Hi everyone, and welcome back. Today we're going to take a look at Unit 2.6, Subtracting Linear Expressions, and this can be found on page 310 in the textbook. Go ahead and write today's date for me up at the top. And let's take a look. So we're going to do obviously exactly what it says. We're going to subtract linear expressions. All right, we're also going to solve real-world problems by subtracting linear expressions. Solve real-world problems by subtracting linear expressions. All right, so we're going to subtract linear expressions and solve real-world problems by subtracting linear expressions. All right, so we're going to use a little rule. Okay, it says to distribute your minus sign, then use models or keep change. Okay, so that's what we're going to do on this one. So there's three ways to do it. You can either distribute the minus sign, which means change all the signs. You can use models, okay, or use keep change. All right, let's take a look. Okay, so you have the quantity of 5x plus 4 minus 3x plus 2. All right, so let me go ahead and show you how to do this with models. So I'm just going to do it here for the first one because subtraction gets a little bit weird. So what we're going to do is we're going to draw our 5x bars. And then I have 4 positives. Okay, 4 positive ones. All right, now we need to take out, so minus, we're taking out 3 x's. So what we do is we circle what we're taking out, just kind of draw an arrow like that. So we're taking out 3 of those, and then we're supposed to take away 2 of the positive ones. All right, so then we count what's left. So what's left is we have 2 x's, and then I have 2 positive ones. So that's positive 2. Okay, so the answer is 2x plus 2. All right, so that helps you to do it that way. I strongly encourage you to do that. It does take a lot of time, though, to draw that out. So on the next one, I'm going to go ahead and show you how to do it just a little bit different way. All right, so what I like to do is, first of all, let's put parentheses around these so that way we can easily see that. Okay, we're going to use the keep change model. And what this means is to keep this one exactly the same, change this into addition, and then change all the signs on this one. So what we actually end up with is this. We're going to end up with negative 4x minus 6, change it to adding, and then change all the signs. So it's going to become positive x and positive 3. All right. When you do this, it changes it back into addition, which is what we just learned in the previous lesson. So there's nothing else new to learn. So, and we've already done keep change way back in Unit 1, all right, at the when we did adding and subtracting integers. So that's honestly the way I do it. You can also distribute the minus sign, which is really in essence using keep change. Okay, because what you're doing is when you distribute out a negative or a minus sign, you're changing all the signs. Okay, so like the minus here would go to the negative x. So a minus and a negative means plus, so that becomes positive, which we already wrote. And we have a minus and a negative, which would become, or minus and another minus, which would become a plus sign. Okay, so it's really all the same. All right, so then what I do is I just underline. So I know that negative 4x plus, and then this makes 1x, so negative 4 plus 1, different sign subtract, so that's negative 3x. And then I have negative 6 plus positive 3. Now I know you're saying, well, it says minus 6, though, not negative 6. Yes, but remember, we look at them as terms, okay? Take the sign with it. I know it says minus, but minus is an operation. We're not trying to do an operation. We're trying to put like terms together, okay? And the operation we need is right here in the middle. We need to always be using the adding rules, okay? So we have negative 6 and then plus 3, so that's going to become negative 3. So I end up with negative 3x minus 3. That's honestly the best way to do it, in my opinion. Drawing out models is great if you're a visual learner and you can't quite follow what's happening with the numbers, but it takes a long time to draw some of these models out. Okay? All right, go ahead and try the got a question by yourself. And let's take a look at it. So we have 7x minus 5 minus 2x minus 1. So what we're going to do is keep, change. So that becomes 7x minus 5 plus, and then negative 2x plus 1. 7 plus negative 2 makes 5x. Negative 5 plus 1 makes negative 4. So the answer is 5x minus 4. Okay, let's try 1b. So we're going to keep, change. So we do 6x minus 4. Change it to addition, and then it becomes negative 2x plus 4. 6 plus negative 2, that makes 4x. Negative 4 plus 4 makes 0, so that one's just 4x. All right, let's take a look at example 2. All right, same thing here. We're going to keep, change. So it's 3x plus 2. Change it to addition. Change all the signs. So this is actually 2x minus 1. And then from here, put your terms together. So we have 3x plus in the middle, and then 2x. So 3 plus 2 makes 5x. 2 plus negative 1, which means minus, different signs subtract, so that makes it positive 1. All right, go ahead and try the 2 guided questions down there on your own. And let's take a look. So we have x minus 5 plus negative 2x plus 1. All right, so we have x plus negative 2, that's going to be negative 1, so negative x. Then we're going to have negative 5 plus 1, which is going to give us negative 4. Okay, next one, so it'll be 6m plus 3. And then we have plus, and then we're going to have 4m plus 1. That one's great. So when you look at it, it looks like it's going to be really hard, but once you do that keep, change, it changes all the signs. Okay? And that's why I prefer this over the modeling method, because when you model, you have to take out a negative, which means you're really adding in more, so you kind of have to, yeah, it gets really hard. Okay? So here we go. So we got 6 and 4, which is 10m. 3 and 1, which is 4. That's it. All right, let's go ahead and turn the page. All right, example 3 says, the expression 8x plus 48.75 represents the total amount of money the soccer team earned from selling X t-shirts. Part A, if the team had to pay the quantity of 2x plus $24 in expenses, write an expression to represent their profit. Okay, so what we're going to do is the total cost was 8x plus 48.75. Okay, they had to pay the 2x plus 24, so we need to subtract that. We're going to figure out how much profit they made. Okay, it's just a typical fundraising thing. So if you've done fundraising at all, which I know most of you have, it's a pretty that's how they do it. So here we go. Okay, so let's go ahead and keep, change on this. So it'll be 8x plus 48.75 plus negative 2x and then minus 24. All right, so we have 8x plus negative 2, that's 6x, 4875 minus 24, so that's going to give us 2475. And there's our answer. All right, let's take a look at letter B. It says, if the soccer team sold 54 t-shirts, what was their profit? Okay, so let's take a look. So X represented the number of shirts. So if I have 6 and we're selling 54 of them, and then plus my $24.75. Okay, so let's go ahead and work out what 54 times 6 is. That's going to give us 24, and that makes it 32. Okay, so 324. All right, so we're going to have 324 plus 2475. And that's just 348.75. I'll go ahead and circle that since we ran into that other part. All right, go ahead and try Got It question 3, parts A and B on your own. Okay, take your time with it. It's not going to be too bad, but this one is a little bit different, so just take your time with it. Okay, let's take a look. It says, after working X hours on Monday, K earns $9X. On Tuesday, she earns 7X plus $3. Part A, write an expression to represent how much more she earned on Monday. All right, so we know on Monday, she earns $9X. Okay, it's how much more she earned. So we're going to subtract, and that's going to be the 7X plus 3. Okay, again, we're going to keep, change, change. Remember, the rule for keep, change, change is always when the middle sign is subtraction. So anytime in math you see a subtraction sign, you can do a keep, change, change on it. Okay, so when you do that, that's going to give you 9x here, plus 7x, plus, minus 3. Sorry, didn't keep, change, change. I just started rewriting. Let's back up. There we go. Okay, so it'll be negative 7x minus 3. Sorry, got distracted. All right, so 9x and negative 7 would be 2x, and then we just have a minus 3 left over. All right, so part B. If she worked for 5 hours each day, how much more did she earn on Monday? Well, on Monday, she earned 9x. Okay, so that would be 9 times 5, which would be 45. On Tuesday, she worked 7x plus 3. So if it's 5 hours again, so 7 times 5 plus 3, that makes 35 plus 3, which makes 38. Okay, but the question is, how much more did she earn? Okay, so we'd subtract those then, and that's 45 minus 38, and that's going to give us 7. In this case, it'll be dollars. Go ahead and circle this one too. There you go. All right, that's it for this one, I think. Let me go ahead and scroll down. Pretty sure it is, so. Yep, that's it. All right, thanks so much for watching. If you can give me a like and subscribe, that would be awesome, and I'll see you next time.